2009, that's when we did our very first project. Now we've got about 10 projects. So what drives us as a company is that you notice that our tagline is beyond imagination. So everything that you find under Monties empire, what you really need to understand is that it's all about innovation, it's all about creativity. In all our projects, we try to do things that other businesses are not doing, right? Which is a perfect way to do business anyway, because it sort of gives you monopoly over whatever service or product that you are working with. But then the other side to it is that you see that when you are talking about our products to people, some people might not be accustomed to either our way of doing business or maybe to some of our products, which means that you really have to be a very good marketer if you want to be part of our project. So it's not a project that is one of those that you just easily grasp and then you're up and running with. You really need to know every part of your business, right? That's number one. And then number two, we always look at the global market as our our market. When we are thinking about our projects, our services, our products, we think beyond Zimbabwe. Yes, we are in Zimbabwe, which is our market. That's our starting point, number one. But we look at beyond Zimbabwe. So I'm giving you all this so that at least when I'm talking about the products, you have a fair understanding of what I'm talking about, right? So we've got Mofo, Monties Capital, Monties Funflix, Monties Media, Monties Entertainment, Kingdom Mandate Network, Monties Supercars, Monty Collection, Monties Diaspora Connect, and Monties International Academy. So those are the projects that you will find under Monties Empire. So Monties Empire is just the parent company which runs all these projects. So there's a systematic way that we have done the projects in a way that, number one, you see that most of our products and our services are quite unique. It gives you advantage as a marketer because it gives you room to to be creative when you're presenting your products to your potential clients, isn't it? So let's talk first about Monties International Academy. It's an online school, first of its kind in the fact that most of our tutors, yes, are from different countries around the world. We try to, as much as possible, recruit tutors from almost every continent around the world. We have, the normal structure that you find in any school. We have our heads of departments from different countries, our national heads from each country that we have tutors from. We have representatives in that country. So even when we are looking for students, we are also looking at for students in those very same countries where we have representation in. Our vice principal is based in China. Her name is Clark, Beryl Clark. And then our principal is based in South Africa. His name is Mr. Osei. So these are all seasoned tutors, quite experienced, and they've, Mr. Osei is actually a principal at a local school in South Africa. So you see that we do primary school, we do high school, we cover professional courses like IAC, CIS, IMM. We also cover forex trading for those that want to learn how to trade online. We do business management, we do English for business as well. So there are some professional courses over and above the online courses that we are running. So in terms of the curricula, we cover the Cambridge syllabus, obviously, and we also cover the IEB. IEB is mostly done by countries like South Africa and the others. It's an international curriculum. And then we cover ZIMSEC because we also have the Zimbabwean market in mind, and then we do CAPS, which is the South African curriculum. So we have, like I said, from grade 0 or grade R, starting from kindergarten actually, to Form 6. In some countries it's up to grade 12, and then for us it's up to Form 6. So we do have the normal classes that you would expect. People come online, they learn online, everything is just done online. The unique thing about our academy is that we just don't give the normal lessons, the private lessons or the normal lessons in class. We do co-curricular activities as well. Very few online schools can do music online, can do sporting activities online, but we are able to do that. We've got our online amphitheater, where people can actually do these activities. So this is some of the things that we are introducing into the online education industry. In terms of, if I go back, in terms of the payments, normally when you go to a school, you expect every child to pay the same school fees, isn't? But with Monties International Academy, what we have done is that we have created different packages for different people, which suits their budget. So if someone says, $16 is a little bit expensive, we've got a $2 package for them per day. If someone says, okay, but I think I can pay $4, we've got a package for $4 for them. So the bronze package is $2 per day. The silver package is $4 per day. The gold package is $8 per day, and then the platinum package is $16 per day. So the difference now is in the services that we end up offering these students. Like for example, if you are paying platinum, you get free t-shirts, tablets, and things like that. But you don't get that under the bronze package, obviously, because you're just paying very little. And then for some, they get video material for free, which they can study offline. And then obviously, but if you're paying less, you are not privileged to get that. So those are some of the differences that you see. But in terms of cultural exchange, we have that is a strong advantage to our academy, because even the tutors and the students are able to mix and mingle from all the countries that they are from. And also we do a lot of events. Almost every month there's an event that happens which is cultural based. So that's one of the strengths that we have. Moving on to MOFO. MOFO is short for Musicians Worldwide Forum. Like I said before, we are doing the first ever Music World Cup, which is the biggest event that we are doing. Think about the Olympics, think about the Soccer World Cup or the Rugby World Cup, right? And think about something bigger than the Olympics. That is what we are talking about. We are very confident that it's bigger because we are talking about music. People love soccer. I don't like soccer. Some people like it. Some love rugby, some like athletics, but everyone loves music. That is what we have. That's why you see that even when they are doing their Soccer World Cup, they will even invite a musician first, because they know the power of music. They can't do a world event and not invite a musician to say, come and do the official opening, the whole ceremony. So if you really look at the business side of things, because in marketing we have to talk figures, isn't it? We have to talk about where is the money. Now, if you from the case study that we did, if you take two musicians, let's say you take Justin Bieber and you take Beyonce, you put them in a stadium, they'll fill up the stadium, guaranteed, isn't it? Now, think about this. When we are talking about a music World Cup, the concept is that you take the best musicians from each band. Like in this case, you take your Japreza here, you take your Sulu, you take your Charamba, you take your Fungisai, they become Team Zimbabwe, right? Nigeria takes Davido, Flavor, and everyone else becomes Team Nigeria. And US takes Beyonce, Jay-Z, Usher, Lionel Richie, and they become Team US. Now, if two people are able to fill up a stadium, what is going to happen when all these stars are going to clash in one stadium? Now think about this now. How many TV stations are going to want to broadcast that? If they could broadcast Michael Jackson, one artist live at Bucharest and here in Zimbabwe, we're looking at that. What more when we have all these musicians there? Number two, how many companies would want to advertise their products during an event like that, right? Number three, how many people would want to come and attend that TV program, that event? Now think about how much a single ticket can cost, right? To just get into an event like that. And also think about the other companies that know that there's also business there, because the one undeniable fact is that we will obviously be doing this in big stadiums. We're doing our research, and we have stadiums like in Texas, which accommodates about 700,000 people, right? So now if you are on a good day, let's say you say people, we are charging $2 to just get in our stadium, right? And you are in a stadium that has a capacity of 700,000 people. $2 amounts to 1.4 million. You've already hit your millions already, right? But obviously, there's no way that you charge $2 for such an event, right? Now, think about the partnerships. We want to talk about, I'll just give you one example. FIFA has about 6 to 7 partners that they normally have for the Soccer World Cup, right? There's an issue that once happened between MasterCard and Visa. Visa wanted to offer $10 million to FIFA to just sponsor the World Cup, to just partner with them. And all they want is for them to be said, partnering with FIFA. Visa is our official partner, just that, right? They offered 10 million. MasterCard came and offered 12 million. So they took MasterCard's offer, and Visa had to sue FIFA to say, why are they not taking our money? They should have taken ours. We're the first to offer money. You understand? Mm-hmm. So this is, in the global world, they understand the power of associating with events which are as powerful as this. And remember what I told you, when you are dealing with Monties Empire, it's projects that you have never seen before, projects that you have never heard of before. Now think about it, where have you ever heard of a music World Cup, but we are bringing it? Yes, it's a Zimbabwean owned company, but we are hitting globally. Right, can I please have time so that I don't exceed time? So, can I please have time? So we've got other smaller events that we run. So there's Monties International Talent Search. We did our trial run, by the way. This is not just an idea that we just have in our heads. We did a trial run. In 2015, we had over 200 countries participating. We did something close to Idols, right? As a trial run to just see how each country would respond. And we had so many people, not just small names. We had, for example, one of the contestants from Australia was number 2 at X Factor Australia. We had one lady from Hungary who's in the Guinness Books of Records for the widest vocal range. We had people from Gibraltar, Philippines, Nigeria. They all came here, and we did the event at Ambassador Hotel during the Carnival season in 2015. So we've been partnered with ZTA on that, and we're able to do it during that month. Now, it's something that is exciting. It was exciting for us because for the very first event on our online website, we had over 1 million people following, right? Just from when we started. We even had the Prime Minister of Gibraltar tweeting saying, please support our contestant who is in Zimbabwe there, right? High profile people were engaged in this. We did interviews, ANN7, SABC, they all came, they wanted us to do interviews. We did interviews because it's that sort of an event that grabs attention. So when I'm talking now about the World Cup, I'm talking about something bigger than what we did, which was successful, right? So we've got other smaller events that we are just using to hype up the Music World Cup. We've got so we've got the International Music International Talent Search. We've got Miss Morph, it's a modeling contest, which is just set to hype up the World Cup, and we've got the dance battle. We've got the dance battle for college students and all of that. So that's project number 2, right? Project number 3, Monties Media. What we do is that we do graphic designing, we do audio production, we do entertainment, we do animation, and we also do audio production, video production, animation, and graphic design. Those are the 4 departments. So now, as I'm even explaining all these, you need to find out where you fit as a marketer. Some are able to do all the projects, which is fine. But for some, they'll just say, I'm more into events. I like the Music World Cup concept. So I need to be working in that project. It's all up to you. We don't force you. You choose whatever you want, where you know you excel better and you make your money better. So under graphic designing, we obviously have the logo designs, company profiles, letterheads, business cards, the usual that you normally find under graphic designing. So if you find your client, you come to us and then we do it, you get your cut, you get your commission. We are able to do this at world-class standards. For animation, we do 2D and 3D animation. Not many people can do cartoons in Zimbabwe. We are one of the very few companies that can do that. In fact, we are supplying content to TV stations, right? I know people, I can even give you a hint on where money is in animation, right? Companies that do adverts are not very well versed in animation, right? Informationals, think about infomercials, when companies want to introduce a new product, you tell them that we can even do this and you do animation for you. If maybe a new, like right now there are new stations, I think there are about 8 of them that have licenses, right? Some even approached us, some we haven't approached them yet, but that's another market because they definitely need that. We've run about 4 seasons with ZBC. We gave them it's called Prazera Signor in a cartoon that we did. The very first Shona cartoon to be aired on ZTV, we did that, right? Why? Because we always make history. That is what Monties Empire is all about. So when people were saying, but you can't do animation, it needs a big production company, we said, no, that's what we want, because we always want those challenges. We did it, and then we provided content for them. So we do that, we do commercials, even movies. Right now we are working on 4 movies. I'll talk about that a bit later on. But even animated movies, we are able to do that. More like your Lion King and things like that. So for video production, it's the same thing. Private events, we go with our cameras, we do the editing. Corporate events, if you know a company that, like this is year end, people are doing those those corporate events to just celebrate the year. We are able to go there. And then we make the money. Video format conversions and things like that, documentaries. Same thing with music production. We do music albums. We've got the studios to do that, the jingles, music scoring, movie scoring. Like if someone has done a movie, I remember like last time we had Play Africa, most of the content producers are able to do a lot of things, but the music bit is a little bit tricky for them to do scoring. So we are able to do that. That's something that you can also tap into, audio editing, voiceovers and things like that. Then Monties Diaspora Connect. Now with Monties Diaspora Connect, what we do is that we cater for the clients in the diaspora. Now, and please remember, all these things that I'm talking about are not things that we want to be doing in the future. It's things that are happening now, right? Now, with Monties Diaspora Connect, what we realized is that a lot of people in the diaspora, they are very scared of sending money now. Because most of the time, they'll send money to say, can you build me a house? I'm in the diaspora. They'll trust you and say, this is my sister or my brother, right? They start sending money. How far with my house? I'm tapa window level, right? By the time they come, they find either there's no house at all, or maybe it's still on foundation level. So now it becomes a little bit difficult for you to sue your brother, to take your brother to court and all of that. So it has become something that is normal for them to shy away from sending money, for such projects. But then they are stuck because they still need to invest back home. So what do? That's why Monties Diaspora Connect is there. What we have done is that we facilitate bill payments for them. If they want things paid here, we can do that on their behalf, and they know very well that bills are being paid every month, right? They are not losing money to anyone. Business consultancy, sometimes they work, they make a lot of money, but they don't know how the business is like back in Zimbabwe, right? So they are always asking, Chichi isn't. So now we are there on the ground to advise them that you can invest there, please don't invest there. People are losing money there and all of that. We give that service to them. If they want to be doing, if they want to be sending groceries, for example, we've got an online platform where they can buy groceries. If they want to be doing, like what I was saying, building houses, we can even monitor progress on during the construction phase of the house, right? So what we do is that we go there on site, take pictures, videos even. If they don't want us to do the construction, that's even okay. If they want us to do the construction and you give them feedback, that's still okay. So like right now, there are some stands that are there by, it's called what, Kekman Drive, right? So we can even facilitate that. They are going for about 12,000. They are being developed. If someone wants a fully developed stand, we're able to facilitate that. People are afraid because people have lost money through these stands things, right? So we've got a lawyer, Kanguru, they're called Kanguru legal whatnot, right? Associates. So we go there, we do the proper legal things, the papers are signed, everything is legit. They can even go and they even see the site, everything is right there and proper. So it's things that we are able to do. And all these opportunities, ladies and gentlemen, is something that you can tap to. You tap into and then you make your money. If they want help with processing visas or maybe going to school, maybe they have a relative here who wants to go and study abroad, we are able to facilitate all of that easily. So that's to do with even if they want counseling services, if they are coming here in December, they want to go for holiday, we are able to organize all of that for them. Or then we can even pick them up by the airport. We take them wherever they want to go. If they want holidays, Big Falls, Kariba, wherever, we organize that. And the good thing about that, I'll talk about that, how we are actually cheaper than you paying directly to a hotel. Entertainment has to do with music, dance, acting. So we do music performances. We've got artists that we are signing under our label. We've got models that we are signing under our label. So we are able to organize music performances. Let's say someone has a wedding, a private event, or maybe anything that they need entertainers, we are able to provide that. And also films, like what I was talking about, the 4 films that we are working on. Monties DG World has to do with electronic gadgets. I know there are some that love electronic gadgets, phones and some other little things that are just electronic. So we've got an online platform where we can actually provide all of that. Recently, there are some gadgets that magnifying phones. You just put your phone here, it's able to magnify. Someone is able to watch that as if they are watching a TV, but they're just watching a phone, right? They are even able to use that on another gadget that can project it right to the screen. That's something that we're able to get for people. And the good thing, they are very cheap. What I'm talking about, these are $3 to $5 gadgets that people can get. So it's not things that are beyond their reach. It's something that you can even sell to someone and say, look, when Zesa is gone, you can still enjoy using this thing. It doesn't cost much. It's just $3 or $5, and at least as a family you get entertainment. So under DG World, there are 2 things. We sell gadgets, and we are going to be also the first company that's offering a service similar to Netflix. But what we are doing now is that we are saying we have PhoneFlix. So PhoneFlix, what it is about is that it's more or less a platform like Netflix, but all our content is made using phones, and it's specifically meant to be viewed on phones. So everything is about phones, right? If you really look at why are we talking about phones? Why not cameras, right? Number one, it cuts on the production costs. Once you do that, you're able to get a lot of content. Number 2, it becomes cheap to produce, right? And then number 3, Africa uses more telephones than any other continent in the world. I know it's something that maybe some of you are not quite acquainted to, but that is the reality on the ground. Even if you combine Europe and America, the way they use mobile phones is not as much as what we do in Africa. But we don't have such platforms now in Africa where we can even watch our own movies and whatnot, right? Lately, there's been an advent of such platforms like the Sasais and whatnot, but not at the level that you'd want it to be at, and not as cheap, right? So we are introducing that to the world. So it's something that you can also be part of. Monties Supercars is about car accessories. If you know people that have cars or people that want car accessories, trust me, there are some things that are just difficult if you have a car, right? Some things that are meant to be easy. Just cleaning your car, or maybe just having some really nice cushions in your car. So there are no places that you just find these things at the tip of your fingers like that. So we are providing that for people that own cars, car accessories, jumpers, so that they don't use those electric wires. So we provide the best ones, for very good prices. And also what we are doing is that we have seen that people are buying a lot of cars, people love cars, but we are not seeing these supercars, the nice cars, those ones that you normally see in movies, right? But is it because we are so backward, or is it because people just never had access to buying them? That's why it becomes something that attracts attention. If a Lamborghini is driven in our streets like that, everyone stops, right? But what if we could normalize having Lamborghinis just like what Dubai did? If you're in Dubai, you see a Porsche, it's nothing. It's just like seeing a Fit, right? So why don't we make that the same thing? Is it expensive? Not really. Not if you know how to do it. So that's what we are doing as well under Monties Supercars. We have white body kits that improve the look of the car, even interiors as well, even the engines as well. We do work on that. Then for those that love fashion, right? We've got Monties collection. So Monties collection sells denims only. It's all about denim wear. Whether it's a jacket, whether it's shoes, whether it goes beyond just clothing. We even sell bags that are made of denim. We even sell couches that are made of denim, rugs, curtains, a lot of things that are made of denim. So we have got an online store where you can even go there. You see all our products are there. That is what we do. And then Monties Travel and Tours. We organize holiday packages. Remember when I was talking about Monties Diaspora Connect, I touched this a little bit. So we are able to get good holiday packages for people. We organize the itinerary. You're going to Vic Falls, you'll be staying at maybe Elephant Hills or maybe Azambezi. We can organize that. The good thing about us is that if you go straight to Elephant Hills, the money that you pay there will be higher than what you pay to us for the same service in the same system, right? So this is a very strong marketing gimmick that we are using to get customers, which you can also use, right? So once you book with us, the minute that you get to reception, you just get there, and then your booking is already there. You have paid less. So think about it for a minute. If for example, a room is costing 100, right? And then you manage to find a company that wants to go for a workshop. Probably there are about 50 people or maybe 20 people, it doesn't matter, right? And they are able to save maybe $5 from each person, right? That's $100 for the entire team. If they are staying for 5 days, that's $500 that they would have saved. No, that makes us a better company to be working with, right, than to go there directly. Because if you go there directly, you are going to pay for the same room, but you're losing out on the 500, right? So it's something that we are using, something that you can also use, and then you get customers. So from the itinerary, accommodation, and all of that, we've got a huge database of every hotel and every lodge in Zimbabwe, right? And we've got connections with all these hotels where we can organize and book in advance. People will just go there and everything is set. Kingdom Market Thrift Shop is, we sell good quality stuff, but that's second-hand, right? We know where we can source really nice stuff, which is second-hand for people, which is quite cheap for those that want to be buying stuff for their houses, right? So these are the projects, ladies and gentlemen, that we have at Monties International Academy, I'm sure you found where you can fit in. It's allowed to find clients in all these projects that I was talking about, right? So what you just do is that you register yourself if you want to be part of our marketing team. So like I said, please make sure to make it clear whether you are an intern or you're an experienced person, so that if you're an intern, we can help you with marketing skills, right? But if you are experienced and you feel like you still want to learn one or two things, you're allowed to come every Thursday. We have our meetings in here. We teach you marketing. So I'll just be doing probably maybe the first 30 minutes to present the packages, and then the last 30 minutes to teach interns that want to learn how to do proper marketing, especially with our global market is our target market. So we're going to be doing that, and then you register with our admin so that we create your file. We know your name, you live, we also need your PIC so that we have your ID made out from, by our media department. We then allocate a special code for you so that whenever you do your transactions, money doesn't go to someone else, it remains in your account. You can even follow your transactions during the whole month that I did this and that and that and that. So in terms of payments, obviously it's commission based. It depends on how much you sell or who you sell to or what project you are working on, right? Like for example, if you are selling $5 gadgets and then someone is selling cars, if someone gets higher, it's just because someone sold an item which is a little bit more expensive. But the commission just stays the same across the range of products. I think that's basically that. I want to leave time to take questions from you. I know we've got about 11 more minutes. I tried to be very fast, so I'm sorry if I was too fast. But I also wanted to give you time to maybe have a little bit of a chat with me and make sure that we understand each other. So anyone with a question, please go ahead. Then I can assist you. Please feel free. Either on some of the... If you look at our working structure and also our organogram as a company, I'm sure you realize that we have a hybrid system. We have people that work from the office, we have some that work online and some on the ground, right? And in terms of recruiting people permanently, it is all merit-based, right? It depends on how well you do your job, right? Yes, we do like the fact that people have degrees and whatnot, right? But degrees are not the ones which bring money to the company, isn't it? Right? It's especially with marketing, it's a little bit different with the other departments, but with marketing, you just need to have the correct skills. So even when we are trusting someone to say, if you look at this, some of the decisions that are made then affect everyone else in every other country, right? Because if you say, like for example, if you are saying, okay, our marketing strategy for the academy is going to be this, it follows that every teacher in every country is going to be following that, right? So the ripple effect is felt in every other country. Now, for us to get to a stage where we can trust someone with such responsibilities, someone must have proved to be able to do so, right? So there are levels that you get to when you are working with us, levels where you get to become a permanent worker, and then you work from the office with us. And then there are also some that work part-time. Like for example, if the very beginning stage is when you're just starting, you don't know the ropes, you don't know how to do it, right? We train you, that's as far as we go, right? You go, you make your sales. We see that at least there's a bit of progress with this one. And then we give you more tools, and then along the way, we even give you access to say, okay, if you have a client and you have set up a meeting, you can come and use our office, right? Because some clients might not understand when you are saying, I'm selling a stand, and you are standing by First Street there, right? So there are some deals that you say, for this one, I would need to be in your office, then we give you space and time, you do your booking, right? And then there are then there's a level where you reach and you say, look, I've been making these sales and all of that, but maybe my limitation is that I don't have good internet access, right? So we can create space for you once in a while to come and even use our resources at the office, right? But obviously, when you get to that stage, you are almost close to getting employed full-time anyway. But the other thing that if you are looking for full-time employment, now, if you really look at the pace at which the projects are growing, right? Trust me, it doesn't take a long time for someone who knows what they are doing to be engulfed into the project and become part of the team full time, right? But like I said, it's all merit based. One question which I know the board will always ask me is, okay, so this one that we are recruiting now, what has he or she done to deserve to be given that, you know? Yes, we are seeing the qualifications are there, but what else has he produced or has she produced? So that's why I'm saying it's all merit based. The opportunities are there, vast opportunities, but it's all up to you.